Hey, what's going on, friends? My name is M2Gates, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness for the Nintendo Gamecube. Last time off, we were visiting Dr. Kimiko, and we got to take on his ultimate creation called the Robo Groudon. And unfortunately, since we defeated the Robo Groudon, he thinks that the Robo Kyogre is a failure as well. So now in this part, we are going to, but we actually got a new scooter in the process. I do not remember exactly what happened in the last episode because I have not recorded this game in quite some time, because I am a lazy son of a gun. Anyway, with that being said, we have a new area here. Before we got our scooter, before our scooter was not upgraded, we could not visit this area. Now we can, now that we have a better scooter. It's a hover scooter. Check this out! We're hovering above the ground! Our wheels we don't have to worry about our wheels getting stuck in the sand. And like before, because we don't have wheels. It's a hover scooter. Everybody's dream back in the hot days of 2005. It appears to be the SS Libra, the missing Pokemon transport ship. Oh yes, that's right. And there's a big hole inside the ship. Man, how could a ship sink in the sand? Well, I mean, if you watch the intro, of course, it's common sense of what exactly happened. We got an email. Thanks for being so patient. The pre-gym is finally set to reopen after the Cipher takeover bid. We are all looking forward to the opportunity to battling you. Very well then. Thank you for letting me know. I will be sure to, visit your pre-gym. I have not actually done this in my my blind playthrough. Spot monitors responding. Oh man, do I have to go? Nah, let's not worry about that right now. Alright, over here, if you go ahead and drop down over here, we got iron. So, going through this ship is simple, really, but it's a little bit tedious because, as you can see, we have some block puzzles as you make your way higher and higher up the ship. And that's not good. This is a box full of Pokefood. I thought that said Pokepogo on the box on my blind playthrough, but it says Pokefood, which makes sense. There's a lot of food on the ship still, so just that whole box of food right there. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens if we go further. After all I do to get here, we'll let one get away from us. Isn't that right, Sniddle? Such a lost opportunity for what was obviously rare, for only it had been caught. Why? If you caught it, Gorgon, your collection would have been enhanced by 0.7%. Such a disappointing loss. It took off because you made so much noise. You're pinning the blame on me? That's blatant insubordination. I'm in a foul mood today. Not plain foul. Foul. Okay, what? I don't know what foul and plain foul are, but because all I know is the word foul. It's an intruder. That fool Snaddle had to screw up. Someone let this outsider get in here. Our recovery plan's done, but we can't let you go. Not after you've seen us here. Teach this little boy a thing or two about pain. Alright then. What? No, he ordered specifically you to deal with me. This is not how it works. If you were to do the job, you would take 38% more effort than I. Why is this guy talking statistics here? In that case, Gorgon's mood would worsen by 72%. You do agree that this is indeed most inefficient, don't you? As a result, if you were to take this boy on in my place, we would be ahead 63% in terms of overall efficiency. You do understand, don't you? It's only for efficiency's sake. Wow, this guy. his name, though. His name is Smartin. Because he's really smart. Ha! Get it? Ha 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 ha. You're some kind of tough, aren't you? I just happened to stumble across this ship, so I made it my home. Really? Where do you originally live? Were you like a homeless guy back then, or whatnot? Where are you gonna get food if you're like stranded here in the desert? And water too. This is a freaking desert. No desert has water. I question this guy's like life choices right now. Every so often, I hear odd noises coming from deep in the ship's hull. I think there's someone skulking around down there, and it's too creepy for me to go take a look-see. Sure, why not? Uh-huh. Alright. So that was nice of that guy to heal us up. Over here we have a battle CD. And yeah, this is the way outside, but we cannot go outside, otherwise he will actually stop you. Or he won't let you, for that matter. There's a Groudon. And is that a Rayquaza? That's really cool. And I can't see it from there, but I think it's a Mudkip. It looks like a Mudkip from here. Unless my capture display says otherwise. Okay, so if you thought that box puzzle if you thought that box puzzle was pretty simple, well, wait till you get to see this right here. I messed up. Okay, let me start that over. So yeah, the box puzzle from like in the first room, it was pretty simple. But this time, this is where it starts getting a little bit tough. Especially if you want to get both those items. So you have to do a little bit of thinking here. So you want to get the item from the bottom, which I guess is what I'm doing first thing. Then you can go ahead and head over here and get 2 power point ups. Of course, you don't have to do this box puzzle. You can just go down the stairs right there, but I am not going to do that. Because I want to see what these 2 items are, and I'm curious. Alright, so we got a few box puzzles on our way, and there's really not much to talk about, other than just moving boxes. So, while we're doing that, there's one thing I do want to explain. So, recently, about a few days ago, I actually just opened up donations. So, meaning that you can, if you like what you're seeing out of my content, then you can feel free to show your support by tipping me money. And of course, nobody's required to do this at all. Yeah, you're not required to do this whatsoever. However, if you do that, then your money will go towards me buying new recording equipment to improve video quality, as well as more games to Let's Play in the future, as well as keeping me alive for the most part. And again, you're not required to do this whatsoever. If you feel obligated that you want to show your support, then that is your choice. Otherwise, I won't stop you if you don't want to donate or that you can't. It is because the amount of viewerships that I get out of these videos is more than enough that I could ask for whenever people watch me. Shoot. I forget how this works here. Okay, let me go ahead and reset this room again. So on the description of every video, there will always be a link on the description. Yeah, there will always be a link on the description below if you want to. Feel free to donate any sort of money to me. Okay, so I believe the way this works is I have to push this block all the way up here like this. In fact, actually, I do plan on opening donation incentives to fundraise for certain things that I've always wanted to get for a very long time. One of those incentives I'm gonna open up is a fundraiser to raise money so that I can afford a 3DS capture card. And the reason being is that you know, there are a lot of really awesome 3DS games out there. Yeah, there's a lot of really awesome 3DS games out there. And I've always wanted to do a Let's Play of 3DS games for a very long time, because I've played through a bunch of 3DS games in my before, especially even when the 3DS first came out. I would really like, and it would be really cool if I'm able to record 3DS games. Unfortunately, I don't have a proper setup. Like, even if I were to record 3DS games using a camera quality, I don't have a proper setup to actually, like, stabilize the quality for 3DS games. So I have to, so unfortunately I have no way of, doing 3DS Let's Plays at the moment. And I really want to do 3DS Let's Plays. I would like to write a novel featuring you as the main character. Please let me interview you. I have a good feeling about the story. I might be generous with my thanks. Thank you. I didn't get to talk about what was going on there, but you saw me walk up to that bonsai, and you're supposed to actually walk to that bonsai. You have to it is literally right. You cannot walk too fast either. You have to pretty much at your dead zone of your controller. And by dead zone, I mean the closest, the lightest you can touch your control stick when you move, pretty much. Like, pretty much this, for the most part. Well, that's too slow, but yeah, that's what you have to do there. If you actually run up to that bonsai, then it'll actually run away from you. So you have to actually sneak up closer. And of course, the email that we just got has startled that bonsai away, and it ran off somewhere, unfortunately. Yeah, somebody asked me to look for that Pokemon, and it got away, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, so from now on, now that bonsai is roaming around, if you put a Pokesnack on a Pokespot, then you have a 30% chance of that bonsai to show up. And when it does show up, you have to play that similar task. Walk up to it, otherwise it'll run away. And for real, it will run away. So, anyway, now that we're done here, let's go ahead and make our way out. What the heck? No one gets past here? Who are you people? Why are there 3 big guys here? I'm Waken of Team Snaggin. It wouldn't hurt you to remember that. It wouldn't hurt you to forget his name either. You don't have a clue about who Team Snaggin happens to be, do you? Back in the old days, grown men shook when they heard our name. But that's alright, we'll get back to snagging Pokemon just like the old days. We'll terrify the world again. And we'll do that by using your snag machine. Wait, what? On a human being? I've never heard of this before. Can you imagine how happy Gonzap is going to be? So they took it from us. Brilliant. To be honest, I have no idea. I guess they haven't fell apart. It's right around here on the north side of Echo Canyon. Well then. That sucks. So, yeah, we don't have a snag machine anymore, and that is bad news. And it is time, and now we have a new objective, and that is to get it back. So let's go ahead and make our way out of here, shall we? Alright, it appears to be a building. Doesn't have any ties to Cipher.